This question appeared in AIIMS November 2011 and talks about increased level of alanine in serum after fasting suggests increase in the release of alanine from muscles, reduced amino acid utilization for gluconeogenesis, damage for plasma membrane resulting in leakage of amino acid, and decreased uptake of alanine by liver. Before we start our session, let me tell you about a few tools which will be very useful for your PG entrance examination. The first thing is a Q bank. All of you should have a very good Q bank, and here I'm talking about Medico AIIMS NEET PG Plan A, which has both Q bank as well as test series. Now, how it is different from all the other Q banks is most of the other Q banks focus on new questions. This Q bank is heavily focused on your PYQs. So if you see, there are around 27,000 latest pattern questions, and you can get NEET PG past 10-year questions, past 10, 12 years question, INICET full set. Even AIIMS question you can get from 2012 to 2020, FMGE, UPSC, all these PYQs are there as a part of this Q bank Plan A. Also, there is a complete test series where there is subject-wise test, there is grand test, there is mock test, and all as a part of the test series and the Plan A, you can get unlimited custom modules, which means if you want to create your own test on a particular topic, subject, unit, you can create it and give it for yourself. So, before we answer this question, let us understand there are two very important cycles which you have to know. And once you know those cycles, you will be able to answer this question. So, the first important cycle is Corey's cycle. Okay. What happens in Corey's cycle? So this will happen between liver and muscle. So what happens in muscle? Now in muscle, when there is an anaerobic respiration, okay. So when there is an anaerobic, so when the muscle is contracting, it will not get enough oxygen. So what it will get? It will do is it will convert glucose into pyruvate, and this pyruvate will be converted into lactate, okay. And this lactate will be brought to liver, and this lactate will again be converted into pyruvate, and which will be converted into glucose, which can again be supplied. So this is called as the Corey's cycle. Clear? Very simple. When the muscle is contracting very fast. So remember, this cycle, Corey's cycle, is related to muscle, exercising. Okay. So when exercising is happening, when the muscle is contracting very fast, it will not get enough oxygen. So it will go for anaerobic respiration. So what will happen? It will convert glucose into pyruvate. That pyruvate will become lactate, and that lactate will be sent back to the liver, where it will get converted back into glucose. Clear? Let's look at another very important cycle, and this is called as glucose-alanine cycle. Also, it is called as Cash's cycle. Okay. Now, here what happens? Now, this we saw was related to the exercise. Here, what is happening is this is related to the fasting state. Now, in fasting state, what is going to happen? In fasting state, some amount of gluconeogenesis is to happen. And what is the major source of gluconeogenesis? That is your amino acids. Okay. What is the source of amino acid? What is the seat of amino acid? It is your muscle. So what happens in fasting state is what is we are going to learn here. So in fasting state, what happens? The glucose is converted into pyruvate. Now this pyruvate gets a amino group from any amino acid. Okay. So an amino acid will give the amino group to the pyruvate and get converted into alpha keto acid. So any amino acid can transfer the amino group to the pyruvate. And what will happen to pyruvate? When it gets the amino acid, it will get converted into this amino acid, alanine. Okay. Understood what is happening in the fasting state? When gluconeogenesis has to happen, the glucose will be converted into pyruvate to generate energy, but this pyruvate will take an amino group and get converted into alanine. And this alanine, okay, from muscle will be brought to liver. And what will happen to this alanine in liver? So this alanine in liver will release this amino group and release the pyruvate. This amino group will get converted into urea, and this pyruvate, okay, which was brought from the muscle, will get converted into glucose. Okay. So this is gluconeogenesis. Clear? So this is your glucose-alanine cycle or Cahill cycle. So now you see that why in fasting the level of alanine is increasing. Clear? So both these cycles are very, very important. Both this cycle happen between liver and muscle. But remember, this cycle is related to an aerobic respiration in muscle because of exercising. Okay? And this cycle happens because of gluconeogenesis, okay, or formation of glucose in cases of fasting, okay, prolonged, right, or prolonged fasting when gluconeogenesis is required. So this is glucose-alanine cycle and Cori's cycle, very important for examination. Multiple questions have been asked, and so that is why we see increased level of alanine in your blood. Now let's look at the brain teaser question. How many ATPs is required to make glucose from pyruvate? And if you know the correct answer, write in the comment below. And the best answer, I'm going to pin it on the top of the comment section. So we have seen, so increased level of alanine in serum after fasting suggests increased release of alanine from muscle because all the pyruvate is getting converted into alanine. Reduced amino acid utilization for gluconeogenesis. No, actually, there is increased amino acid utilization for gluconeogenesis. This again is wrong. And decreased uptake of alanine for liver. No, again, this is wrong. Liver will uptake all the alanine, break it into ammonia and your pyruvate for gluconeogenesis. So the correct answer here is